Good evening and welcome to the Township Board of Trustees meeting for October 19th, 2023. We are starting off with the DC annual reports for both the highway and the supervisor's office. We'll start right now and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and so I'm going to start off. I'll start off with the supervisor's introduction, and then we'll do the public comments. Those public comments are only for what's in the DCNL report. So I just wanted to start off and say the nice thing about this project with the DCNL report is to see how the various governmental agencies, nonprofits, and profits can work together to help the citizens of Township. The opening of the Senior Center and the programs that are being offered has given the Township the opportunity to work with so many different agencies. We have worked with the following: in the municipalities, and this is not all of them, this is a good portion of them. Village of Downers Grove, the Downers Grove Public Library, the Indian Prairie Library, Village of Westmont, Westmont Library, Westmont Chamber, and the Fur Ridge Willowbrook Chamber. Nonprofits, we work with the Friends for Downers Grove Township Seniors, DuPage Senior Citizens Council, Interfaith Community Partners, Metropolitan Family Services, AARP, and the Hinsdale Community House. Again, that's not all of the nonprofits we work with. For-profits that have helped us out: Northwestern Medicine, Clemens Enterprises, and MKH Yoga, to name a few. General Assistance also has worked with quite a few different partners. Currently, we have signed service agreements with the DuPage County Community Services. That's the LIHEAP agreement program for the program year 2023. Salvation Army Extension Agreement for the region area of Downers Grove, that's 60515 and 16 and Woodridge. Additionally, we have strong working partnerships with the following nonprofits. Of course, Downers Grove Area Fish, by vetting and assisting them with their processing and their financial assistance program. Love Christian Clearinghouse, St. Vincent de Paul Society at St. Joseph Catholic Church in Downers Grove, St. Vincent de Paul Society, the Holy Trinity Church in Westmont, St. Mary of Goslin of Downers Grove, the Veterans Assistance Commissions of DuPage County, Catholic Charities, and Poised for Success, which is a nonprofit social service agency. Poised for Success provides women with interview and business appropriate attire for free by way of an agency referral program. In addition, our office, of course, is doing stuff with the federal government in helping to issue passports. Dial a Ride, which is a senior program for RTA. LIHEAP for the county and the state. It's a state-run program that goes through the county, and the county ends up putting it through us. Benefit Access, which is an RTA program. We also have a reduced license plate sticker for people who can't afford to pay the full thing. That's also run through the state. In the future, we're hoping to do license plate stickers and handicap placards. So just in just a little bit, we have are looking into how we can better serve the people of Downers Grove Township and how we can better work with other agencies, other towns, to make sure that we do a good program. So that is my introduction. We will take public comments right now. This is again for my portion. This is not for the general meeting. So does anyone have any comments to make about what I just reported on?
Could you tell me again about the Dress for Success?
Sure. So Dress for Success is a program that is run by a social service agency, and it helps people who are in need, who might not necessarily have the proper clothing to wear for an interview or something like that. We'll help them not only with that, but interview techniques as well. And
Is there
we're-
an address to drop off?
I can get it to you. If you can give me your name afterwards, yes, I would be more than happy. And the other thing that I did not put in, and it's not necessarily associated with this, but we are also doing the medical lending closet too, which is a program where if you need a wheelchair, walker, something like that, we can help you out with that. Those are one of the programs that as a township government, we are going ahead and getting taken care of. Okay, with that, I will call this meeting. Let's see, I need a motion to close this part of the meeting.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. With that, I will call to order the DCNO Local Government Efficiency Act for Downers Grove Township Road District. And I will, we have Pledge of Allegiance on here, so we'll just do it again.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Andy, do you have your report to give?
Sure. I kind of went a little different way. I know you talked about your programs and everything. I got that in there too, but I threw a little history in there. Being founded in 1832, Downers Grove Township is the largest township in DuPage County. When the county was formed, it was divided into 9 townships. Each township was divided into a 6-mile by 6-mile area, except Downers Grove, which was divided into a 6-by-9-mile area. This was due to the fact that the top half of Lamont Township could not be reached by the bottom half. The canal divided the township, and at that time there were no bridges for people to cross. A decision was made, and Downers Grove was given the top half of Lamont Township. Then this is about the Highway Department. The Highway Department is comprised of the following: the Highway Commissioner, his administrative assistant, his foreman, 8 highway maintainers, a part-time administrative assistant, and up to 3 summer help employees. The full-time highway maintainers are all members of the Operating Engineers Union Local 150. We maintain 65 miles of unincorporated roads and are responsible for the upkeep of the roads and the right-of-way. While we try to do most of this work in-house, we do hire some of our work out because it's more cost-effective to do so. These are the services for which we go out to bid: paving, concrete curb and sidewalk installation and repair, crack filling, and grade all work. Services we use under the state mandated 20,000 bid level are tree removal, street sweeping twice a year, and road striping. Equipment purchases. We usually purchase our equipment using the following programs: the Illinois State Bid Program, the Sourcewell Program, and the Co-op of County Commissioners. These programs are all bid competitively and on average save us between 13 and 18% off the purchase price of our equipment. Intergovernmental agreements. IGAs are signed for services or products purchased between government agencies to help keep costs low and save our residents money. We sign IGAs with DuPage County for the following: motor fuel tax monies used for paving, salt purchases, grant money for special projects, and stormwater testing required by the EPA. The Alliance. We have an IGA with the other 8 townships in DuPage County to share manpower, operators, and equipment, as well as sharing much needed help during emergencies. This is through our Township Alliance signed by the 9 townships in 2021. Other IGAs. We also have IGAs with the Village of Burr Ridge for a sound producing device which is activated at the railroad crossing on Madison Street and 97th Street. This eliminates the noise pollution that freight trains cause at the crossing by using a less offensive sound and light signal to warn motorists of oncoming trains. Other services offered to the townships and the county to help keep costs low are stormwater basin vectoring and televising, making signs for us at a reduced cost, and helping us to dispose of expired animals in a safe and sanitary manner. The Highway Department offers our residents, these are services the Highway Department offers our residents. Besides the multitude of jobs we provide on a daily basis, We offer our unincorporated residents brush pickup in spring and fall, Christmas tree pickup in January, and free chip delivery to residents who request chips. These are just a few of the ways the Highway Department works to keep our costs low and operate at maximum efficiency.
Okay, thank you. And with that, do we have any public comment? Okay, with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
We'll make the motion.
Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Oh.
Now we will get to our regular board meeting of October 19th. I'd like to call it to order. And pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So then we take a roll.
Trustee Ferguson.
Present.
Trustee Riccardotti.
Present.
I will note that Trustee Oakram and Trustee McCoy is absent, and then Supervisor Colcott.
Here. So we have a quorum. Next up is public comment, and we have 2 people who have signed forms, so we will start with Carol.
I attended the public hearing, the Planning Commission hearing last week regarding the proposed gas station in the southeastern corner of the township. And I don't live immediately close to there, but I have friends and people that I know that live and worship in that area. It is a large project, and I think one of the biggest concerns was that it is proposing that traffic go north out of that southern area onto 91st Street, which is a township road. That road is a 2-lane road with little if any right-of-way to the sides. There's a lot of, listening to what the residents said, there is a lot of pedestrian traffic, bicycle traffic, and car traffic on that road at many different times of the day. Not particularly the times that they did the traffic study due to the schools and the churches and such facilities and activities in that area. What really surprised me was that the highway commissioner wasn't there to hear the comments of these people, because they had a lot to say. The meeting went till past 8 p.m. And I would also like to suggest, it would have been good for you to be there. I know you did submit a letter, and that's great. But it was very, very interesting to hear the comments of these people who are going to be affected by whatever decision is made in this situation. Whether the truck stop, or whatever you want to call it, goes in or not, I would suggest that the township needs to look at 91st and consider whether there should perhaps be some improvements made to that road based on the growth of the area and the growth of the traffic and the growth of it's part of the bicycle path.
Right.
And it does not seem like, even in the current situation, with or without the truck stop going in, the road is pretty not as adequate as it could maybe should be. Thank you.
Thank you. Joanne?
We have problems.
Okay. And we're going to dovetail pretty much on what Carol said, because that's part of what we want to talk about. We did speak at the DuPage County Zoning Board meeting, which was last week. This will give you kind of an idea of the size of the truck stop that they want to put in. And it's an actual truck stop. It is 24/7. There's truck parking that can occur overnight. there's truck fueling. And the road that, that Carol was referring to, 91st Street, right, that we have a Walgreens, we have a large mosque, we have a grammar school. And as she noted, did I do that?
No.
It's a 2-lane road with very little shoulder. There's a sign on that road that says state law, you must, as a motorist, give 3 feet of clearance to any bicyclist along that road. There's also a 5-ton weight limit sign posted on that road. The average weight of a fully loaded semi-truck is 80,000 pounds. 91st Street, as Carol noted, is under Downers Grove Township. Right, and I would hope that Downers Grove Township would be able to say, you cannot use 91st Street at all, because there's a weight limit. I know that this body has submitted a letter. I believe the Highway Department has also submitted a letter. I haven't seen either one yet. I'm assuming they'll be posted with the minutes from the last meeting, the last DuPage County zoning meeting at some point, but, you know, so has it been worded as strongly as it can't be part of this proposal because of the weight limit?
It's been brought up that there's a weight limit on the road, they were aware of that, but it has not been said you can't use that.
Can they use it?
Can they use it?
You know, it's a good question to ask your county board members, you know. If you talk to
But
the
it's
county board.
Downers Grove Township's road. It belongs to you guys.
I understand.
And wouldn't you be the one who would say, yes or no, they can't use it, rather than DuPage County? I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I don't understand.
The crossover that occurs.
Well, you don't set the weight limit on roads, right?
In some cases we do, we don't do it anymore. That one was set back in probably 50, 40 years ago. So it's been there a long time.
Right.
And there was a lot of truck traffic that came through there, you know, on 91st Street there. Most of it was between Cass and Clare Mills Road, and then they would cut up Clare Mills Road. But
And
that's-
there are folks who will travel that all the way from Cass 283, right? And especially, I think as Carol mentioned, there's a large mosque there, and on Friday afternoons they do 2 sets of prayer meetings, and those folks park all along that 2-lane road with no shoulder. So it's dangerous for these folks to be walking, and especially as it gets later, it's darker, with little kids who are walking to and from school, and the same thing. In addition, am I at my 3 minutes?
It's just about up.
So these residents right here, where Linda lives,
It's like right here.
right, that's 30 feet from,
Third, all right.
The
let me
letter,
finish that sentence?
So, our, yeah.
I can't tell.
I mean,
think-
the letter we submitted said we respect, I mean,
Yeah,
we
we put,
respectfully deny,
Because I haven't seen it,
request
so,
the denial of the zoning petition, so, you know, I don't know how.
Yeah, we-
Strongly.
the letter had 2 things. One is the 91st Street, because it is a bike route, because it does not have a side where people can walk and ride their bike. You have to ride your bike on the street, so there's no, you know, area around it. And the other part that we strongly put in was the residential, the townhouses that are right up next to it, so.
and I didn't mean for this to be pugilistic, I'm sorry, this was really more to inform,
No, I
because we
just-
came before you guys last meeting.
Right.
And this
Yeah.
was really
Yeah.
kind of more to inform folks
Definitely, right.
here who might not know about it.
So it'll be interesting to see if, and I don't think the truck stop will be approved, just based on everything we hear, but if it was approved, and we have a sign up that says truck ton limit or whatever, and their trucks weigh more than that limit, who enforces that?
Yeah, probably sure.
Yeah, so,
So
I mean,
that's,
they would be in violation of using that road, and that's their only way in and out, right? Or it's only way out.
it's the
Only
way
way to
out.
go northbound 83.
Exactly.
Yeah, the way out to go north.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, coming out of there going to the north is a whole nother disaster.
Yeah.
On the 83 side, you mean?
Yeah, because they're going to be coming out of, on the 91st, and they're going to have to get 2 lanes over to make a left turn.
That's
Right,
correct.
and they're 70 feet long, and those lanes are what, 10, maybe 15 feet wide, 10 to 12 feet wide?
Not a lot of room there between.
No.
Exactly,
No.
exactly. So I'm happy that you were here today, you weren't here last time, so I was kind of hoping that for something definitive.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are probably going to talk about this a little bit.
I got a question. How can a trailer truck pull out and turn either way, southbound on 91st Street? It would take up 2 lanes.
Yeah.
Well, I think southbound, they plan on an exit from the truck stop onto southbound Route 83.
They stuck at 91st Street though. So how can you turn on 91st? How can a big, long truck turn on to 91st?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Without blocking?
They'd be blocking both lanes of traffic.
Right.
And so people who want to turn left on 91st Street and people who are turning right from 83 onto 91st Street, that traffic's going to get all backed up until these trucks get out of the way.
Is there something we can do as a township? No turns for trucks on the street?
Well, you can't, there would most likely be a no left-hand turn sign. I would assume there would be an aisle so you could only turn right, but,
Probably, in my opinion, the best thing to
I
do,
can answer that question.
okay.
If it will help, the plan from Quick Trip at this point is to put a no left turn sign for trucks onto 83.
On 83 or 91st?
Oh, 91st Street, I'm so sorry. To
Okay.
come north and turn left. They're going to put up a sign that discourages that.
the only other thing I could think of is having them make another lane going on the right side, and then the first 2 lanes would be straight or left turn, and then that 3rd lane would start after the exit and become right.
Would that mean widening 91st Street at the corner?
They'd probably
Okay,
have to take part of the right over there.
Thank you for your comments, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. The motion to approve the minutes from the board meeting of September 21st. Unfortunately, I was not at that meeting, so we are going to table that, and we'll have to approve the minutes. And before I go much further, I am amiss in saying we do have a Boy Scout Troop 99 person here, and his father, Henry Baker, and Assistant Scout Master Eric Baker. So welcome. I understand Henry's trying to learn how government runs. So tonight was a good night for him. Next, I need a motion to approve the trustee audit and approval of bills and claims as presented. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
And any discussion? And Lorraine, can you take roll?
Trustee Ricordati.
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson. Supervisor Polter.
Aye. And the motion passes. Ed Tracy, who was supposed to be here for the annual financial report, unfortunately had a double booking and is not going to be able to make it tonight. So we will have that probably next month. Supervisor's report, I'm going to have Dave talk about the senior events.
This will be really quick. June, July, August, and September. In 4 months, we had over 3,000 people come through and use the facilities, 3,173 people. 3,173 seniors used the facility in June, July, August, and September. That's really in 3 days, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, because Monday and Friday are primarily admin days. Over 90% of the people come through on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Tuesday being the heavy days. So, you know, like I said last month, a year ago and 2 years ago, these numbers were 5, 10, and 15. So it's really, a lot of people have worked hard. So that's it.
Okay. Next up, we have I don't have an assessor's report. I know, is it in your packet? I don't have,
No, it's not.
I know Andy did send it to me, and I'm trying to find it on my phone.
Do you want to read it?
What's that?
You read it?
Yeah.
And Andy can read it.
Do you have it?
Sure.
Okay.
The past month, the highway department has been working on the following projects. Our tree crew continued our brush pickup, finishing sections number 3 and number 4. They also did cutbacks along Nantucket and Hinswood subdivision, Tennessee Avenue at the North Frontage Road, and Timberlake on the Meadowbrook Drive in unincorporated Burbridge. We work with our Grade L contractor doing ditch work in Timberlake Clarendon Heights, and the Gardens. We also did ditch work with culvert replacements on Meadowbrook Court and on Sherman Avenue. We picked up limbs from right-of-way trees due to wind damage, as well as spending several days cleaning inlets during last week's rain. Our road crew started repairing sinkholes in some of our basins in the Farmingdale North subdivision. On October 10, our staff participated in a de-icing seminar put on by DuPage County. This is a 4-hour seminar that helps teach the crew the latest in snow plowing and salting techniques in order to conserve salt use on the township roads. We participate in this class yearly and always come away with something new to try. We are working with our engineers to obtain a federal grant to help us pave Cass Avenue and Bluff Road between 91st and Route 83. New regulations require sample bores to be taken at specific intervals in the road to help determine the condition of the road's subgrade. The findings are used to determine who needs the grant most and will continue to place us in line for a possible grant. Cost estimates for the boring project were estimated at $20,000. We were able to save $5,000 of that by providing traffic control for their crew and using our staff. And that's what I have.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure, when I read it one month and you had the word Gradall.
Gradall.
I mispronounced it like 9 times. Still can't get it right.
Okay, next up is old business. Does anyone have any old business to discuss? Yeah, we could talk about that. I actually wanted to bring up one thing on old business, and it does have to do about the 94th Street and Route 83. And just to reiterate that we did in fact send a letter in support of not having that truck stop there. I think we all kind of agreed on that it's a horrible location. And I think there's 2 gas stations within, they're not truck stops obviously, but there's 2 24-hour gas stations, I believe.
Well, Thornton's is coming, it's not
Thornton's-
there yet.
yeah, right.
So Speedway is there, Thornton's is coming. It's
So-
also coming. And so this would be 3.
Yeah, so that would be an awful lot in that area, and I just think the noise and the traffic and all that would be really bad, so.
It would
but-
be nice if somebody from this board got to a meeting that was held out in DuPage County, because they represent all of us.
Right.
You guys do represent all.
Yeah.
I would.
I
guess-
unfortunately had a conflict that night, so I was not, because we had talked
Well,
about.
Our letter goes to their board
I know.
on behalf of our whole board.
I understand that.
We have to be
but
careful when we approach another board.
Dave, it's
to-
important for you guys
No,
to
I-
show up at a meeting.
I
Well, there's
understand.
another chance, there's one Thursday.
Yeah.
Another one.
I understand. Our letter spoke for the entire board. And I would like to say that I personally, I don't speak for Abby or anybody else, I am very much against it.
Yes.
And I don't live
I
that
understand
close.
that, but they don't know that.
Well, they do because we wrote a letter and we all signed it.
Yeah, I know what, they send petitions in too,
No.
and they look at the petitions and say, oh, we got some
We
papers
don't
in
need,
there.
this is.
Well, we
Okay.
didn't do our part.
So, all right, so just to kind of reiterate, we did send that in, and we will do whatever we can to help
Thank
out.
you.
So, also, I know we've discussed over the last couple of meetings, parking here at the senior center, and we are working on trying to come up with new places, because we are getting 50, got 2 people back there who come all the time to these things, and they know that we're booked. Some of these things, by October 3rd, if you haven't, sent your request in to be in a class, it's closed already for the entire month. So, it's really taken off. We're really doing well. We are looking to, find ways to get parking around here, whether we have to go to other businesses around here and get it or not, but we will be getting that pretty soon. We are also working on just kind of go back to my supervisor's report. Sometime in the next month or so, we're going to start doing license plate stickers, so you don't have to go to out to the place, for that. And also the handicap placards, which if you need for a 6-month period, we should be getting those in pretty soon. So with that, does anyone else have any business to discuss? Okay, maybe we'll take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
And
So moved.
yeah, so
So moved, second.
Lorraine, will you take roll?
Trustee Ferguson.
Aye.
Trustee Rickard.
Aye.
Supervisor Coltrane.
Aye. The motion passes, and our next regular Downers Grove Township Board meeting is held Thursday, November the 16th at 7 p.m.